Hey, what's up, guys and gals? My name is Nineg. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be talking about Gilligan's Island, more specifically about the amazing Marianne Summers, played by Dawn Wells. Now, what's really great about a video like this is that I get to expose some information that a lot of you who are fans of the show don't know about, and that's some of the best and most fun stuff of having a channel like this where I talk about television shows and movies that are true classics. So let's talk about this. Again, a lot of people who are fans of the show absolutely love Dawn Wells as Marianne. In fact, Marianne was the most beloved character on the show. She got the most fan mail, and she got a lot of the attention, of course, from the guys and also from the girls. I mean, people just loved her character, loved Dawn Wells, and they loved everything she brought to the table. Even though Gilligan was popular, and even though a lot of the other characters were popular, she was number one. However, not everyone has every talent, right? You could be a good actor, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're a good singer. Well, that was true for the woman who played Marianne Summers, Dawn Wells. Now, unfortunately, Dawn Wells passed away a few years ago, so she's not around. But I did want to add this note because this is not found in the actual episodes. There's no credits to these women that I'm going to mention and these pieces of information. So I want to get right into it and talk about how Dawn Wells was actually very tone deaf, which meant that she was a horrible singer. She couldn't sing to save her life. She was a great actress. She was sweet. She was innocent. All this good stuff, but the actress could not sing. So Sherwood Schwartz had to solve this. Sherwood Schwartz is the creator of Gilligan's Island. He put thoughts together and said, well, what can we do? Well, let's try to dub over her voice. Now, you may have heard on Gilligan's Island, they've sang different songs, and there's one that they used to sing a lot in different episodes, For He's a Jolly Good Fellow. You've heard that, right? For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow. They sung it on other TV shows and movies and so forth. Well, even when they used to sing that on the show, Dawn Wells was so bad she couldn't hit the right note that it threw everyone on set off. It threw all the castaways off, all the actors, where it would lead them to basically not hitting the right notes either. Basically, she ruined the song. And that comes from me with a lot of love. I still love Dawn Wells. I still love Marianne. But this is the truth. She was not a good singer. So what they decided to do was make her lip sync every time that she was singing. So what they did, they actually got a singer-songwriter. Her name was Jackie DeShannon. And what they asked Jackie to do was to dub Marianne's singing voice for when they needed her to sing, when they had the character sing and she had to sing well. Well, I'll talk about there was an exception to that. The exception was that the only time where we have Jackie DeShannon singing in place of Dawn Wells singing as Marianne is in just one episode. It's called Don't Bug the Mosquitoes, right? I'm sure you've seen this scene. It's one of the most popular where the girls are singing, right? You Need Us. And I think one of the best parts is when Marianne comes along, does her little, her little scene, her little song and dance, and she has a beautiful voice. But that's not Dawn Wells singing. That's actually Jackie DeShannon. So I know a lot of you may say, okay, fine, Jackie DeShannon sings all the parts that Dawn Wells sings. Well, no. This is only for Don't Bug the Mosquitoes. Now, the other episodes where Dawn Wells sings is another woman. Now, this woman is Carol Connors. Now, Carol Connors was a singer who sang pretty much all the other episodes. Any other time that you see Marianne Summers singing, it is not Dawn Wells, it is Carol Connors. So I did have to make the distinction there because sometimes there are myths about this. So there's misinformation. Some people saying that Dawn Wells did actually sing this. She did not. She never sang when she was on screen on Gilligan's Island. All her lines were dubbed by either one of two women, Carol Connors or Jackie DeShannon. Most likely Carol Connors in most of the episodes. So usually Carol Connors did have the shorter songs or the shorter parts like For He's a Jolly Good Fellow. But before I finish, I know a lot of you are thinking about the episode The Second Ginger Grant. Now in that episode, Marianne accidentally falls and hits her head and she believes that she's actually Ginger Grant. She's not Marianne Summers. So what happens? She is still Marianne, right? She possesses the ability to not sing like Ginger Grant sings, and so she doesn't sing well. That's the character of Marianne doesn't sing well. So we don't use Carol Connors there. We don't use Jackie DeShannon. That is the only time where we actually hear Dawn Wells sing badly. because it was needed for the script, right? It was part of the script where Marianne would sing the song badly because she was not Ginger Grant and had no ability to sing. So this was the only time. This was the exception to that. Let me know if you knew this, if you've heard of these women, Carol Connors, if you've heard of Jackie DeShannon. Did you ever knew that her lines were dubbed because she was so bad at singing? So crazy, so cool, but she was great. Remember, she was so good at a lot of other things. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much for the support as always, and most importantly, be helpful. A really big thank you to all my Diamond tier patrons: Jerry D, Stacy L, Scott R, Citizen Kane 359, Jennifer P, David D, Kevin K, Sally N, and Vito L. If you want to be on this list or receive exclusives as a great way to support the channel, visit my Patreon description below. Thank you.